watching sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things.
Happy Pride Month! This is my absolute favorite time of the year, minus October, because October is my other ultimate favorite time of the year. I am starting a new YouTube channel. I did have a previous channel, but due to unfortunate circumstances, I got locked out of my YouTube channel. I couldn't get into my Google account anymore, but you don't need to know that boring stuff. But the main idea here is that I'm starting a new channel, and this one is gonna be gay. I'm so excited. Okay, so this video is going to be a quick introduction to who I am, what I'm about, and then my June TBR. So let's get started. My name is Sarah. I live with my two cats, as you saw in the introduction, and they are my life and soul. I am a second grade elementary school teacher, and I am a lesbian. So I came out late in life. I was never super interested in romance. I'm still kind of questioning whether or not I am on the asexual area of the spectrum, but I officially came out to myself and to my friends and most of my family at the age of 26, I believe. It's all getting kind of fuzzy in my brain, but it was about the age of 26, so late 20s. I had never been in a romantic relationship, and I fell hard for a coworker who was a female, so it was pretty clear where my tendencies lied. And since I've come out to myself and joined the community and embraced that side of myself fully, I honestly have never been happier. So I would love to share that with you. I would love to bring something to the booktube community and to the queer community that is fun and lighthearted and beautiful and all about books and also other events and queer things that I go to during my daily life. But I just feel like in this day and age, and with all the stuff that's happening in the United States right now, we just need a lot of positivity, and that's what I want to bring. So here I am. Wait, I forgot something. Now it's officially Pride Month. Okay, so brief introduction over with. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, but for now, I'm gonna jump right into my TBR. So on my previous channel, I did something called Tarot TBR, which is all over BookTube. It's not an original idea, but I am a lover of tarot and crystal magic and magic in general, and I'm trying to implement that more into my life. I'm not like hugely a practicing witch or anything like that, but I really enjoy it. I really love all of that stuff. I love astrology, and I love the idea of using tarot cards to pick my TBR. So I was using this beautiful herbology deck. I have an example of what that looked like. I'm not using it now, but I'm still going to show it off. So we had these beautiful, well, if they weren't upside down, that would be helpful, illustrated tarot cards that up here have herbs that go along with them. So like here's the tower, and garlic is associated with the tower. So it's cute. I love it. But for this channel, I wanted something different. And so I went online and I found this absolutely beautiful tarot deck. It is called the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, and it's all beautiful, lovely women, and it kind of screams gay to me, at least it does in my brain. So I got it immediately, and they have gold. Oh, look how shiny. Gold gilded edges, and the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, wait, there was one that was like, oh, here's the magician. Like, come on, guys. Does it get any better than that if my camera would focus? Also, heads up, I am using my crappy like 7-year-old phone to film all of these videos, so don't expect perfection. This is just a fun hobby of mine, and maybe if it gets popular, I'll buy myself some new equipment, but for now, this is gonna have to do. But look at this beautifulness. Okay, so I am so looking forward to this. I spent most of the morning assigning each card a prompt for a TBR. It's kind of cobbled together. Some of it is from the book that came with the tarot collection. Some of it is just based off of the picture of the card. Some of it is kind of random. So, but it's my TBR and I felt like I could do whatever I wanted. So here we go. I'm gonna put in clips of me actually pulling the cards, and we'll go from there. Nicoletta, you're interrupting my video. Move. Thank you. Nicoletta. Stop. Okay, so you saw me pull the cards. They were completely shuffled. I didn't peek before I picked them. And you also saw Nicoletta interrupting me, which will happen all the time. And I picked out 4 really good prompts. There are a few in here that are strangely specific and are going to be really difficult to fill. For example, The Hanged Man is read a book where a character feels aimless and stuck in a rut, which is like the majority of what that card is about. But I'm not the kind of person who likes to read the backs of books before I read them. But I think in order to do this TBR, I'm going to have to, because I need to know at least something about what it's about in order to be able to even pick a book that has something like that in it. Also, as we go, if you are following me and you are having some ideas for queer literature that I can be picking up that will fit these prompts, please let me know in the comments down below, because I have an itty bitty baby queer library and I want it to get bigger. And that's another main purpose of this video, is I need to be like, I want queer literature coming out of my ears. That would make me happy. The first one I pulled, I believe, was the 3 of Pentacles. And this is such a beautiful card. It is a group of girls. They are working on a project, painting project, possibly some kind of, just reminds me of theater, which is cool. I could add that to my prompt, actually. Anything that has to do with theater, I'm doing that. But the prompt itself that I came up with is, according to the book, The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork and apprenticeship and learning new skills. I'm also right now going to add the theater prompt. For this one, I picked a audiobook off of Scribd. It was the only audiobook I did, and it's called Leather and Lace, and it is a collection of short stories that are based off of this roller derby team and the connection that these girls have, and then the specific connection of this main character with the referee or the coach, so it turns into this lovely sapphic romance, I believe. And then the short stories are from different team members' points of view. It's very short. The audiobook is only like 2.5 hours long, which is good because I have some hefty other ones I've chosen for my TBR, and this is the first dedicated month of reading I've had since last October. I was reading 11, 12 books a month, and I've read nothing. So I'm gonna have to ease myself back into the reading world. I have lots of books crying on my bookshelves in loneliness and neglect. I will get to them. The next card that I pulled is this beautiful strength card. I love the albino representation. I love, what is that, a jaguar? Something wild African cat. This beautiful black woman. Ugh. It'd be good to have an African setting for this one too, I think. It looks like an African savanna. But the one that I did for that one is, the prompt for it is a character who's moving from self-doubt into confidence, a coming-of-age story, a story about bravery, and I'm going to add set in Africa somewhere. Don't come at me, I know Africa is huge and not all of it is desert, but African savanna is what I'm going for. So for this one, I chose a reread. I have a bunch of queer series going right now, and this year some of them are coming out, so I want to reread the first in the series. So I'm going to be rereading A Dark and Hollow Star. My friend Oliver and I have been reading this together. We have this one, this is the first one, and then the second in the series is A Cruel and Faded Light, and they are chunky, but I love them. They're YA, and I don't typically gravitate towards YA anymore. I enjoy adult fantasy, I enjoy high fantasy, I enjoy science fiction, I enjoy a good queer romance novel, but I don't typically gravitate towards young adult, but I really love this. The writing is beautiful and complex. The storyline is very complicated, which I kind of really enjoy, that kind of story. A story that makes me think and really try and like put the puzzle pieces together. And the character development is chef's kiss. So I'm so excited to reread these books. I ranked this series as my top favorite books in 2021, 2022, one of those years. So I'm really excited to dive back in. The third book doesn't come out until November, but it's Pride Month and I want to reread my Pride books. So this is on my list. The next one that I got, I don't remember. I'm just going to pull the Page of Wands, which is this beautifully fit woman doing a long jump, pole jump, sport lingo that I don't understand, but I'm here for it. And the prompt that I wrote down based off of the book from the tarot card deck, and also because of the cover or the illustration on the card, is read a book with adventure, excitement, fearlessness, an extroverted character, or a book about sports. So I've had this for a while now, and I have heard nothing but amazing things about it, and it is Gear Breakers by Zoe Hannah Mikuta. Um, she is, yeah, she. Pronouns are she. I mean, look at her. Beautiful. She is from Colorado and lives in Seattle now, and she's into herbology and tarot and curling up with a caramel coffee and a bloody but heartwarming book. Bloody and heartwarming. I'm guessing that's what this is. I don't think I've ever read a bloody and heartwarming book, but I might be wrong. I'm here for it. This is a story of Gadolia, I think. This is a world where a tyrant has control of the world, and there are giant mechanized weapons called wind-ups. There is a war, there is a rebel, there is a spy, there is a prison, there is a sapphic romance, and I'm so here for it. And it definitely covers the adventure, excitement, and fearlessness. So, going with that one. Finally, I picked up the Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful card with a woman holding a cup and a dove over the top of it. I could have done a book with a cover on it, or a book with flowers on the cover. Could have done a book with a dove on the cover, or the word dove in the title. I could have done a book with a goblet or something on the cover, and I did none of those things because I only have good ideas while I'm filming, apparently. But what I actually wrote, read a book with new love, friendship, and intimacy, because that is the actual meaning of the tarot card. So I'm pulling up another reread. This is one I read last year and absolutely loved. This is a gay romance called Bonds of Brass. It's set in space. It is a science fiction romance novel, and it caught me by the throat when I first read it. It is so fun. It's so good. It's so fast paced. The romance is beautiful, and the stakes are high. The feels are real. You get so angry and so frustrated. And the third book is out. I've read the first two. I have not read the third, and I plan to read it hopefully within the next year. Maybe next month, maybe if I finish reading these, I don't know. It's called the Blood Right Trilogy, and I highly recommend it, especially if you like gay fan fiction, because it really feels like a gay science fiction fan fiction based off of like a science fiction TV show or something. This was like my personality last year, gay fan fiction. So I love it. I am very much looking forward to rereading it, and those were the only 4 books that I pulled, because I only pulled 4 books. However, there is another one I really want to read that's been on my shelf, and I'm going to mention it here. It's a hard one. It's a difficult one. Trigger warning for suicide and all of that stuff. Depression, anxiety, homophobia, bullying. So if that bothers you, look for when the yellow book goes away. It's called Rumble by Ellen Hopkins. This is I think it's another YA. It's told in poetry, in verse, and it would be a really fast read, but I think it's gonna be a heart wrencher, like punch to the gut kind of book. This book is dedicated to the far too many young people who ended their lives because they couldn't see beyond the pain of the present to the joy waiting them in the future. Also to those who loved them then and still love them now. I just got goosebumps reading that. I'll read you the back. Luke is gone forever. Hayden is a wild card. Mom and Dad are melting down completely. Every vestige of imagined stability is in flux. What will happen to me now? Matthew Turner knows it doesn't get better. His younger brother, Luke, was bullied mercilessly after he was outed to their entire school. And when Luke called Matt on the brink of suicide, Matt was too wrapped up in his new girlfriend to answer the phone. Now Luke is gone, and Matt's family is falling apart. No matter what his girlfriend Hayden says about forgiveness, there's no way Matt's letting those he blames off the hook, including himself. As Matt spirals further into bitterness, he risks losing Hayden, the love of his life. But when their father begins to pressure the school board into banning books because of their homosexual content, he begins to wonder if he and Hayden ever had anything in common. When her father, that makes more sense. I was like, why would his dad do that when his son committed suicide because of it? No, it's Hayden's dad is trying to get the school board to ban homosexual content, which is like a little, I think the main reason why I picked this up and really wanted to read it is because of the stuff that's happening in the news right now and the teachers across the United States who are being forced to censor their own libraries in really terrible ways. So, yeah. That's going to be a rough one, but a really important one, and it's in verse, so it will probably be excruciating. But you'll see my reaction to it if I get to it this month. So, yeah. I am so excited for this channel. I hope that you guys are too. I hope that you guys enjoy the content that I make and that this channel takes off, not because I want to be popular or anything, but because I feel like we need more voices, more queer voices in this world that are shining positivity and light and support and kindness. So I hope that we can create a community on here that's like that and that will be supportive of each other and help us get through the near future, the current future, the things that are happening right now. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Just a short intro video. There will be lots more to come. I'm working my way through the last 11 days of the school year. Like I said, I'm a second year teacher. Everything is completely chaotic. At the time of filming this, it is not yet Pride Month, but it's the 29th, 20 something, the 30th, I don't know. And Thursday is going to be when this video goes up, and that will be the 1st of June. And I am slightly dying under the pressure of everything that I have to do right now. So it could be that I won't quite have another video up for a little while, but I am getting out of my teeny tiny podunk small town next week, and we're going to Seattle for my sister's graduation, and Seattle is always full of like the pride in June, and I am so excited. I'm gonna see if my sister will take me to like a pride event or something, because they might have something going on that week. So yeah, life is good, everything's gonna be okay. Love each other, support each other. I'll see you guys next time.